Guten Abend, liebe Freunde des deutschen Qualitätsinterwebs. Äh, keine Ahnung, was los ist. Ich wollte eigentlich pünktlich anfangen. Geht nicht. Stream reißt ab, OBS macht sich zu, Verbindung kaputt, kaputt, keine Ahnung. Boah, dabei wollte ich ich muss mich jetzt richtig beeilen. Ich wollte ein paar Sachen erzählen. Also einmal wollte ich auf gestern eingehen, ganz kurz. Ich muss jetzt den Upload die ganze Zeit im Blick behalten, ob der nicht zusammenklappt. Gestern, alter Schwede, was war denn da los? Da hat man mal wieder gesehen. Wofür das Internet da ist. Wenn du einmal zu viel gute Laune hast, dann geh einfach ins Netz und lies dir 6, 7 Jahre alte Kommentare durch. Alter Schwede, ist das auf meine Stimmung gegangen. Da war aber dicke Luft im Stream, ne, wa? Hat man das gemerkt? Nee. Habe ich sehr gut überspielt, oder? Dass ich dann schlechte. Deshalb, weil ich das so gut überspielt habe, habe ich das auch alles rausgeschnitten. Für das YouTube-Archiv hab ich alles rausgeschnitten. Sieht man nicht mehr. So, eine Sache, die ich gestern gar nicht angesprochen hatte, und ich hatte das auch gar nicht am Zettel. Gestern war die Premiere von Silent Hill Ascension. Da werde ich heute, glaube ich, einen ganzen Abend drüber meckern. Da gibt es nämlich sehr, sehr viel zu meckern. Die interaktive Serie. Ist ein ganz hervorragender Platz, um deine Geldbörse zu leeren. Dazu aber später mehr. Und ich habe einen unfassbaren Fehler begangen. Gestern, ich habe mir überlegt, Robocop Rogue City bestellen, nicht bestellen. Gestern war ich auf der Seite, da war noch alles easy. Ich habe gedacht, ach komm, pennst du noch mal eine Nacht drüber. Dann, heute wollte ich es bestellen, ausverkauft, vergriffen. Gibt's nicht mehr. Weder bei meinem österreichischen Spieledealer noch bei der sympathischen Kleinfirma Amazon. Ausverkauft, vergriffen. Wie ist das möglich? Und die wissen noch nicht mal, wann sie es wieder reinkriegen. Verdammte Kacke. Jetzt die Frage natürlich, digital kaufen, in den sauren Apfel beißen oder warten, dass die Blu-ray wieder verfügbar wird. Ich weiß es auch nicht. Da werde ich mal eine Nacht drüber pennen. Robocop Rogue City, vergriffen. Pilzsuppe hatten wir. Makrotransaktionen in Silent Hill Ascension. Und Metal Gear Solid 2, es wird heute episch. Also heute wird es noch nicht episch, aber Metal Gear Solid 2 bei den Fans ein bisschen umstritten, aber Storytelling von der Geschichte, die erzählt wird, die Story ist heute noch relevant, hochrelevant. Das werden wir aber viel, viel später im Spiel erst sehen. Ich freue mich darauf. Ich hoffe, dass der Upload einigermaßen stabil bleibt. Was nun? Ach so, auch geil, auch richtig geil. Da werde ich zwischendurch, wenn, nicht, dass das wieder so wird wie gestern. Ich hatte heute was im Briefkasten. Ich will es noch nicht zeigen. Äh, Ich hatte heute was im Briefkasten und jedes Mal, wenn die Stimmung droht zu kippen, dann werde ich was vorlesen aus dem Pamphlet, was ich heute im Briefkasten hatte. Das sollte dann für Auflockerung und Aufheiterung sorgen. Metal Gear Solid 2, Solid Snake in Manhattan. Und damit willkommen zurück bei GamesUNDGelaber, der Gaming-Sendung aus dem Interwebs, wo es heute möglicherweise ein paar Interwebs-Probleme gibt. Man kennt die Story. Ich habe gemessen, alles gut. Geht trotzdem nicht. Deutsches Qualitätsinterwebs halt. Oder Bambusleitung, wie andere sagen. Ich glaube, jetzt kommt erstmal ein Vorspann. Da ist die Musik. Musik. Da habe ich auch noch nicht drüber gesprochen. Alter Schwede. Das habe ich zu spät erst gemerkt. Gestern, Twitch hat natürlich völlig zu Recht die Musik gemutet. Ich habe Metal Gear Solid gestern durchgespielt. Und im Abspann war Copyright-bedenkliche Musik. Für das YouTube-Archiv habe ich das abgeändert. Da ist keine... Man hört da Musik. Andere Musik. Musik, die nichts mit Metal Gear zu tun hat. Abspann ohne Musik ist doof irgendwie, ne? Lass mal gucken hier. Metal Gear. Metal Gear. Vorspann. Metal Gear, hallo Frau Mesch. Und das wurde, glaube ich, auch mit rausgeschnitten von, oder gemutet von Twitch, wegen der Musik, da habe ich drüber gesprochen. Da gibt es Leute im Netz, die behauptet haben, Konami hätte in dieser Sammlung überall den Namen von Kojima gestrichen. In den Credits und so. Alter, hier steht überall Kojimas Name drauf. Brauchen die Leute eine Brille oder was? Hibi-Chibi. Der erste Weg führt natürlich immer in die Optionen. Blut ist böse, das schalten wir an. Fullscreen, ja. An. Brauchen wir nicht. Oder brauchen wir das doch? Ja klar, ich stelle jetzt meine Monitorhelligkeit ein. Nein, das mache ich nicht. Normal. Übrigens, das ist, ich meine das völlig unironisch, das Storytelling hier ist allererste Güte und die Story ist heute relevanter denn nie. Denn das muss man berücksichtigen, als das Spiel damals rausgekommen ist, steckte das das Interwebs noch in den Kinderschüchen und von KI hat man noch nicht mal geträumt. Alter Schwede, es war seiner Zeit weit voraus. Und ist heute noch relevant. Wir machen natürlich, wir wollen das volle Paket, the full package. Und wir spielen selbstverständlich auf normal. Ja.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
Our boy is right on schedule. He'll know soon enough.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it's sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake? Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please. I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What? Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon. How many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
AKS 74U. Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair. I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. K-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
Ja, Mann, Metal Gear. Und ich habe tatsächlich, upsi, ich habe tatsächlich Gänsehaut bis ins Gehirn rein, weil mich das wieder daran erinnert. Der Schritt von PlayStation 1, also der grafische Unterschied, ist so groß tatsächlich. Mir ist damals fast mein kleines Gehirn weggeschmolzen, als ich diese Optik gesehen habe. So, let's do this. Und bei der Story kann einem das Gehirn auch wegschmelzen, so großartig ist die. Hervorragende Story. Oh, warte, da liegt was. Da liegt was Süßes. Hab ich dich! Auch ganz wichtig, habe ich gestern, glaube ich, schon drüber gesprochen oder irgendwann mal. Es ist ja nicht nur Hideo Kojima, der hier maßgeblich verantwortlich ist, sondern auch Yoji Shinkawa. Auf den ist dieser klassische, dieser unverwechselbare, diese Optik, Metal Gear Optik zurückzuführen. Und der ist jetzt nicht mehr. Der war bei Death Stranding noch dabei, aber der hat jetzt seit geraumer Zeit Kojima Productions verlassen.
Snake,
Go through that door into the ship's interior. Push the action button down in front of the door and wait until the door opens before letting go. If you need to open the door faster, hit the action button repeatedly while you turn the handle. Make sure you keep doing it until the door's open.
Tell me how to open a door.
Let's infiltrate.
Ah, das ist wie nach Hause kommen hier. Ich liebe Metal Gear. Und die Musik von Harry Gregson Williams ist auch geil. Mich hat es noch nicht mal gestört. Also bei den Fans ist es ein bisschen kontrovers besprochen, weil man die meiste Zeit nicht Snake spielt, sondern Raiden. Ich fand das gar nicht so schlimm. Mich hat das nicht gestört. Nein, ich bin kein Creep. Es hat einen Grund, warum ich hier die Poster fotografiere. Einen guten Grund.
Good.
Snake weiß, was ich tue. Habe ich Fotos oder Poster gesagt? Ich meinte natürlich Poster. Es hat wirklich einen Grund, warum ich das mache.
Good.
Ich habe nur die Haschpapi, oder was? Okay. Okay. Das wollte ich gar nicht. Oh nein, jetzt habe ich Snake auf den Popo geguckt, das wollte ich gar nicht. Der hat aber auch einen breiten... Na egal. Was steht denn da an der Wand? Was soll das denn heißen? Egal.
It's the enemy. I need help. It's the enemy. I need help.
Ach du Scheiße. Ich wollte einmal zeigen, wie man es nicht macht. Aber ich sehe schon, es ist zu laut, wa? Dann nehmen wir ein bisschen Lautstärke. Oh! Wer hat mich denn jetzt angerufen? mich doch jemand angerufen. Ah.
Move! Move!
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Search team to deck A outside.
Hier eskaliert das viel schöner als im ersten Teil, weil da hatten sie noch nicht genug Memory, nicht genug Speicherplatz. Hier kann das richtig schön eskalieren, wenn man entdeckt wird. Komisch, ich habe das vor ein paar Tagen schon mal Probe angezockt. Da bin ich nicht entdeckt worden, da hatte ich Glück. Es hat also offensichtlich nichts mit Skill zu tun, sondern mit Glück. Ist mir jetzt ein bisschen unangenehm. Nee, nicht dahin gucken. Kippt die Stimmung? Ich habe hier ein Pamphlet, aus dem ich vorlesen kann.
Your team, stay alert.
Nochmal das Ganze. Oh nein. Oh nein. Die Wache wurde nachgefüllt, meine Güte. So, jetzt nochmal. Nochmal mit Gefühl. Ich muss erst auf die Brücke. Das ist ja richtig schlecht. Warte mal, habe ich nicht? Nee, habe ich nicht. Okay. Ich habe nur die Haschpapi. Ich brauche mehr Ausrüstung. Okay, dann machen wir anders. Dich habe ich, mein Freund. Dich habe ich. Jetzt schnapp ich mir deinen Collation. Du bist fällig. So. Ist nicht schlimm, das sind Russen. Das war jetzt Satire, um Himmels Willen. Muss man das echt dazu sagen? Wenn man was nicht ernst meint? Ja, ne? Ist besser. Das ist ja fancy. Hier lief letzte Mal. Hier konnte man Metal Gear Ray sehen. Im Fernsehen. Der ist jetzt nicht da. Warum nicht? Weil ich entdeckt wurde? Komisch. Das ist ja komisch, du. So, nach oben, nach oben, nach oben, nach oben. Moment mal, vielleicht ist hier Ausrüstung. Kamera ist ein bisschen eigenwillig. Na, hat sich schon gelohnt, wa? Nach oben, nach oben, nach oben.
Snake, there's a surveillance camera in place. Once you're in its field of view, an alarm will go off. You can't afford to be seen. You can also use the chaff grenade to set up some electronic interference. The camera will be ineffective for a while. There's a blind spot right beneath the camera. Use it to buy some time.
Ich habe keine Chaff. Und wie witzig ist das eigentlich? Ich glaube, die Connection hat noch keiner gezogen. Wie witzig ist es eigentlich, dass der englische Sprecher von Metal Gear David Hayter heißt. Metal Gear David... Ach komm, wenn man es erklären muss, ist doof. Scharf. Düppel. Ich nenne es Düppel. Manche sagen scharf. Ich sag Düppel. Alter, Schnake, geh da rein. Metal Gear. David Hayter. Ich höre auf. Ich höre auf damit. Ach so, ich dachte, jetzt kommt schon die Brücke. Okay. Fehleinschätzung meinerseits. Wieso? Was soll denn das für eine Schrift sein hier? Das ist doch, ich meine, klar, das wurde jetzt gekapert von Russen. Das ist schon klar. Aber das ist doch von der Navy hier, der Tanker. Das ist doch kein russischer Tanker. Warum ist der denn mit kyrillischen Gedöns hier verdönst? Das soll mal einer verstehen. Wer ruft mich denn an und sagt dann nix? Sind das Scherzanrufe oder was?
Do you want to save, Snake?
Nee, ich rufe nur zum Spaß an.
Snake, you of course know the saying, one for all for one?
What is this all of a sudden?
Oh, I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared. It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar. Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up on you too, I think. Since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling. But you sure you got it right?
Of course. And I'll teach you a lot more of these. You can count on it.
Great.
Hell Emmerich ist nicht gut im Zitieren von inspirierenden Sprüchen. Das Mehl. Oh. Den habe ich gepflückt. Das Mehl. Mehl aus Jamaika? Okay.
Snake, go to the bridge first and find out where this ship is headed. The bridge is on the top level. Go up.
Hallöchen, Dr. Kiosk. Ich habe die Zeit meines Lebens. Ich kann Metal Gear 2 nochmal erleben.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Das Spiel hat damals mein kleines Gehirn fast zum Schmelzen gebracht. Damals auf der PlayStation 2. Geht nicht. Geht nicht. Die Haschpapi hat zu wenig Fire. Ach, Hatschi, Gesundheit. Zu wenig Firepower. Die Orange. Das Mehl. Das sind hier ganz eingängige Markennamen. Oh Mann, Schnake, halt doch die Luft an.
Requesting backup unit.
Switching additional men to Deck D. Order to defend the stairs at all costs.
Snake, get yourself out of sight now. Enemy search parties are on the way. It's a clearing. These aren't sentries you're dealing with. They're searching for you, and they know you don't want to be found. You can't make some feeble attempt at concealment. Make sure you're completely hidden in some place they wouldn't think of searching.
Danke, Professor Obvious. Das ist der Vorführeffekt. Ich bin eigentlich viel besser in dem Spiel.
Clear.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Backup squad to Deck D. Guard the galley area.
Asparagus? Was ist denn Asparagus? Das ist bestimmt irgendein Alk, oder? Ich guck mal eben nach. Asparagus? Das denken die sich doch nicht aus. Asparagus. Spargel. Die haben hier aber viel Spargel an Bord. Warum brauchen die so viel Spargel? Warum sagen die nicht einfach Spargel, Asparagus? Amerikaner. Die hantieren ja auch lieber mit krummen Zahlen. Anstatt das metrische System zu benutzen, wie alle anderen vernünftigen Menschen auch, arbeiten die lieber mit irgendwelchen krummen Zahlen. Oh nee, kommt noch einer? Nee, der ist weg. So, jetzt aber hier ans Eingemachte. Komm her. Okay. To the bridge.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat-worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
Oh, Nase juckt. Und das ist das Geile bei Metal Gear. Ich liebe nicht nur die Geschichte, die Story, Ich liebe nicht nur die Story, die erzählt wird. Nee, ich fahre auch total auf diese Präsentation ab. Cineasten kommen hier echt auf ihre Kosten. Und Cineasten sind Leute, die Filme richtig gut finden. Gute Filme, nicht die schlechten Filme. Oh, wir können über South Park können wir noch sprechen. Ich habe die Pandaverse-Folge gesehen. Da können wir gleich drüber sprechen. Aber erst, wenn die Zeit reif dafür ist.
Shalashaska has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status.
Control room, communications and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly. A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
We are nomads. Wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans. So you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing. It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean. And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice, either. I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit is my life, my family. We've shared everything, all the bad and all the good. I have no one, nothing except the unit. Nothing else matters.
Hör auf zu quatschen.
Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
Oh, Jesus.
Take this! Take this! Take this! Take this! Take this!
Cipher. Otacon, the ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cipher.
A Marine Cipher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
EE?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap? To lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
So. Olga Gerlukovich. Na, hoch, nach oben. Nach oben. Snake. Snake! Nach oben, um Himmels Willen. Das schneiden wir raus. Und Spoiler, das ist die Meta-Ebene. Milder Spoiler. Alter, das Spiel ist fast über 10 Jahre alt. Es geht hier um Sachen rausschneiden, unerwünschte Sachen zensieren. Und wir stehen so kurz davor, dass das passiert. Das Spiel war seiner Zeit weit voraus, aber dazu kommen wir noch. Oh, ich liebe dieses Spiel. Kaputt. Auf in den Frachtraum. Wir brauchen Beweise für die Existenz von Metal Gear Ray. Hierfür habe ich keinen Schalldämpfer, oder? Schalldämpfer möglich, aber ich habe keinen. Oh Gott, wie so ein dummer Blödian.
Backup units.
Das ist mein erstes Videospiel. Nicht böse werden, nicht böse werden. Ist mein erstes Videospiel. So Leute, Forza ist fertig runtergeladen. Wollen wir mal eine Runde drehen? Metal Gear! Verdammt nochmal, es bietet sich an. Es bietet sich an. Oh, ich habe heute ein Video gesehen von Justus Nero. Justus Nero über Leroy. Leroy. Justus Nero und Leroy. A match made in heaven. Warum beult sich seine Hose denn so aus? Wir stellen keine Fragen. Keine Fragen stellen. Keine Fragen stellen. Jetzt muss ich ständig auf diese Beule gucken. Haben wir keine Blendgranaten? Haben wir nicht. Wie machen wir das denn jetzt? Schlau. Am besten machen wir das schlau. Erstmal das Laserding abschalten hier. Aber dann hört der Kollege den Schuss. Das ist scheißegal. Ich bin gar nicht da. Laserding abgeschaltet. Oh shit, ich brauche mehr Munition. So wie ich spiele, brauche ich mehr Munition. Okay, hat er sich gemerkt. Sehr gut, sehr gut. Dann den russischen Soldaten überwältigen. Mache ich sofort als nächstes. Ah, Tür zu! Was soll denn das? Verdammt nochmal, der ganze schöne Plan im Rektum. Runter zum Frachtraum. Zum Frachtraum. Guck mal, die haben hier Alien Isolation vorweggenommen. Pflück sie mir alle. Frachtraum, Frachtraum, Frachtraum. Unten, ne? Lululu, ich mag Äpfel mehr als du. Ah. Diese Kamera ist manchmal nicht hilfreich. Mal gucken, kann man Metal Gear Ray? Nee, den Fernseher haben sie echt abgestellt, weil ich Alarm ausgelöst habe. Na gut. Den Fernseher. Stun Grenades. Geil. Jetzt läuft's. Aber nur 2. 2 sind wenig. Ich gucke mal auf der anderen Seite. Es muss doch hier noch mehr Ausrüstung geben. Den lasse ich leben. Der schläft auf dem Posten. Der ist lazy, der darf leben bleiben. Da soll doch mal einer sagen, ich hätte kein Mitleid. Vulcan Raven? Aber der ist doch tot.
Raven?
Oh, ist bloß eine Actionfigur. vor einer Taschenlampe. Oh, diese Steuerung, das ist echt unfassbar. Komme ich denn da jetzt hoch? Alter. Nippeltime oder was? Moment. Eine Sache muss ich noch machen. Gute Nacht, Frau Mesch. Ich wünsche dir eine zauberhafte Nacht. Gute Nacht, Frau Mesch. Gute Nacht. Alter, geh durch die Tür. Einmal kurz mit Otacon sprechen, beziehungsweise erstmal speichern. Ich brauche einen motivierenden Spruch.
Time to save?
Time to save.
Okay, there's a saying that goes, even a bird on high dies a glutton's death, as do the fish of the deeps. The lesson is, don't be greedy. The fish that belonged to a family called the Deeps died from overfeeding, and so did a bird that got high on something, probably fermented fruit.
Okay, you say so.
I do, Snake. Don't take unnecessary risks just because you're greedy for more items. Remember the Deep family's fish. Hey, Snake, you found a handgun.
It's a decent one. USP.
The USP fires real bullets, not the knockout rounds the M9 uses. You know that, right? The USP isn't equipped with a suppressor either. If you fire it when there are enemies nearby, they'll probably hear it. Keep that in mind. Having the USP will make combat easier, but being undetected is still the best way to go, okay?
Ja, das machen wir später in Snake Eater. In Snake Eater wird dann richtig gesneakt. So, okay. Letzte Dosis. Alter, um die Ecke rum, Frachtraum ist unten. Ich muss weiter nach unten. Da muss ich... Oh nö, der kommt hier hoch. Ich muss weiter nach unten. Granate, Granate, Granate. Oder muss ich hier durch? Hier geht's ja nicht weiter nach unten, da muss ich durch. Die schlafen nur, die schlafen nur.
Oh, you need to save? Just a second. Another Chinese proverb. Those who look to the heavens prosper. Those who defy it are no more. Do you know this one? The meaning here is, Hold on a sec. That you can only survive as long as you're a part of the natural order of things. You remember pre-ripped jeans? Manufacturers thought that just because people loved old, broken-in jeans, they would want to buy new jeans that looked old. So they purposefully...
What do jeans have to do with nature and order?
Denim should fray and rip on its own, naturally, right? Some designers tried to go against that and no one bought them. The earnings report from that fiscal year is enough of a proof.
Earnings?
Alter Schwede, und das ist der erste Hinweis darauf, dass das Spiel seiner Zeit voraus war. Denim, hast du deine Lektion... Oh.
Repair of the entranceway to the engine room on the port side is complete. We'll return to position following patrol of the small room on the port side.
Denim, hast du deine Lektion gelernt? Nein, Snake, was machst du denn? Das hat einen Grund, dass ich die fotografiere. Mooch! Oh, jetzt habe ich aber nur noch einen Slot frei. Ach du Scheiße. Das könnte ein Problemchen werden. Da muss ich mal ein bisschen Platz machen. Vulcan Raiden. Ach. Das ist ja komisch. Na komm. Semtex. Aber keiner kann mich hören. Haha!
Snake, there's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch that, the explosives will detonate and that ship will be pulverized.
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
No need to worry. There's a way through. Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives? That's the control unit for the sensors. Destroy that, and the sensors stop functioning. You can't get in close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out. But the M9's knockout rounds won't work. The USP you picked up should do the trick. Use that gun.
Danke, Dr. Obvious. Nein, nicht den Karton. Da ist immer noch ein Schwerfeld. Wo ist der letzte Controller hier? Wo ist denn der letzte Controller? Mach mich nicht fertig. Wo ist denn der? Das ist ja verrückt. Aha. Auf in den Frachtraum.
Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time. Was ist denn mit ihm? Ach, das ist Scheiße, der andere wacht wieder auf.
Wir nähern uns einer grandiosen Cutscene. Aber ich werde das bestimmt mit meinem Unvermögen ruinieren. Deshalb speichere ich erstmal ab.
Oh, Snake, you wanna save? Hey, Snake, what's hardest won, most easily lost? It's time, get it? Amazing how relevant these Chinese proverbs still are. Once the moment's gone, it's gone. Except for daylight savings time, of course. That extra hour to do anything you like with every autumn. Gotta love it. Then again, you lose an hour every spring, so I guess the proverbs are right. Wow, they thought of everything.
Did they even have daylight savings back then?
Of course not. They knew how to save time. We're the ones that need to be tricked into it.
Yeah, but you said...
The moment never returns, Snake. Let's not waste it on idle questions.
Okay.
Und da ist der Beweis, Hideo Kojima steht auf meiner Seite. Er ist auch ein Fan der Winterzeit oder wie ich sie bevorzugt bezeichne. Die Standardzeit. Die verdammte Standardzeit. Was soll dieser Quatsch? Was soll dieser Quatsch mit der Sommerzeit? Die Herren Politiker, Herr Scholz, Duserei Singh. Liquidate the summertime. Weg damit. Brauchen wir nicht. Das kann weg. Sommerzeit. Wer hat sich die Scheiße überhaupt ausgedacht? Und wird überhaupt irgendwelche Energie dabei gespart? Nein, es wird keine Energie gespart. Da gibt es wissenschaftliche Studien und Untersuchungen. Das ist alles Bullshit. Großer Bullshit. Sommerzeit. Weg damit.
We have sealed the stern hatch.
All right.
The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir. Who goes there? goes there? Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses.
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed?
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front, front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into US military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
We initiated development of Metal...
Oh, you need to save? Just a second. The Chinese have a saying, those who are lost never question a path. and a drowning man doubts not the shallows. And it means that you need to make use of other people's help. Otherwise, you could be in trouble. If you're lost, you don't even know whether a road you come across is a right one. And, what's the difference between shallow and deep if you've already drowned, right? Anyway, the point is that help is always a good thing to accept. So make good use of the codec.
Look, this stuff seems nothing like what Mei Ling used to talk about.
Hey, she couldn't do better herself.
Also jetzt mal wirklich, also Emmerich ist ganz, ganz schlecht darin, Sprichworte oder Sinnsprüche sinnvoll zu kommunizieren. Da ist er schlecht drin. Aber ich habe ihn trotzdem lieb. Bis zu der richtig geilen Cutscene machen wir aber noch, oder? Wen frage ich denn da? Das ist doch mein Streamende hier. Ich brauche doch gar keine um Erlaubnis fragen. Ich mache, was ich will. Verdammt nochmal!
With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force would think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project, but I promise you that they will not succeed. We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship. Intruder to the right! Intruder to the left! Intruder to the right! Should that actually happen, I expect you to be prepared. We cannot and will not give up Ray. Stay on your guard at all times. Getting back to the topic at hand. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater. all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with...
Otacon, was brauche ich für Fotos? Von links, von rechts, von vorne, ne? Und vom Logo.
Okay, we're finally there.
So, this is the new Metal Gear.
Yep, and we're gonna show the whole world its baby pictures. Get the prototype on camera. We need 4 images. One from the front right, the front, and the front left, and a close-up of the Marines marking on the prototype. Once you have the photos, use the workstation in the southeast end of the area to transmit them over to me. Send me something I can use.
Das verstehe ich. Links, rechts, Front und das Navy Logo. Okay, das erste Foto können wir von hier machen. Das wäre die rechte Seite. Wo ist dieser scheiß Fotoapparat?
It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what...
Good.
This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and Next Generation. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost.
Good.
Und jetzt das Logo. Jetzt brauchen wir das Logo.
The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity.
Good.
Specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind. It is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government and within the military, seeking to control national affairs to suit its own interests. Metal Gear Ray bears the burden of confronting this party, thwarting their plans and guiding this nation back to its original path. This exercise is but a first step towards that goal. The future of the country rests with you tonight.
Wo ist das Logo?
Once you've got the photos, use the workstation in the southeast end of that room to send them over to me. But if they aren't what we need, I'm gonna have to ask you to take another set.
Ah! Wo ist das Logo?
This turned out to be longer than expected. At ease. Rest a little.
Warum läuft der Timer nicht weiter? Jetzt läuft der Timer weiter. So, okay.
The proliferation and development of medical technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century, and we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility. This Metal Gear Ray is a prototype designed to be operated by an onboard pilot. In its final form, Ray will be unmanned, driven by teleexistence and an autonomous control system. The importance of next-generation technology such as C4ISR and RMA in battle situation has been discussed time and again, but Ray is the first to deploy it so fully.
Nein, Snake!
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Also von der rechten Seite, von der linken Seite, von vorne. Wo ist das Logo? Wo ist das Logo? Ich kann das Logo nicht finden. Ist das peinlich? Nochmal Otacon befragen.
Okay, we're finally there.
So, this is the new Metal Gear.
Yep, and we're gonna show the whole world its baby pictures. Get the prototype on camera. We need 4 images. One from the front right, the front, and the front left, and a close-up of the Marines marking on the prototype. Once you have the photos, use the workstation in the southeast end of the area to transmit them over to me. Send me something I can use.
Das kann ja nicht so schwer sein, das habe ich ja schon mal gemacht. Ach, Kacke, jetzt ist das Ding auch noch leer. Also, nochmal. Ich suche jetzt zuerst nach dem Logo. Wo ist das verdammte Logo?
Takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta.
Good.
In this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign.
Good.
Political.
Good.
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Right. Down. Right. To move on, the Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind. It is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government and within the military, seeking to control national affairs to suit its own interests. Metal Gear Ray bears the burden of confronting this party, thwarting their plans and guiding this nation back to its original path. This exercise is but a first step towards that goal. The future of the country rests with you tonight. The proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of the last century. And we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility. This Metal Gear Ray is a prototype designed to be operated by an onboard pilot. In its final form, Ray will be unmanned, driven by tele-existence and an autonomous control system. The importance of next-generation technology such as C4ISR and RMA in battle situation has been discussed time and again, but Ray is the first to deploy it so fully. With Ray's completion...
Once you've got the photos, use the workstation in the southeast end of that room to send them over to me. But if they aren't what we need, I'm gonna have to ask you to take another set.
Südost?
The Marine Corps will lead the way for a new age of military tactics. The brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade and weapons trade. We once lived in the shadow of the Doomsday Machine. This Metal Gear Ray can bring other Metal Gears under control and ensure that we never know that fear again. We, the Marines, will be the guardians of this peace. Let's stretch those neck muscles again. Right. Front. Left.
Oh, Kacke. Oh, das kann doch alles nicht wahr sein.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Muss ich jetzt alles nochmal machen? Oh. Südosten, das heißt, ich muss zurück durch die ganzen Räume. Das Zeitlimit macht mir so ein bisschen zu schaffen. Aber das ist nicht schlimm, das kriegen wir hin. Das kriegen wir hin. Ich glaube, jetzt ist auch der Moment gekommen, wo ich mal was vorlese, was heute bei mir im Briefkasten war. Titel, das ist natürlich ein Pamphlet. Gibt es einen Impfstoff gegen den Krieg? Lass uns die Weisheit mal aufsaugen hier. Gibt es einen Impfstoff gegen den Krieg? Seit Menschengedenken zettelt der Mensch die schrecklichsten Kriege an. Beachten wir die Menschheitsgeschichte, können wir eigentlich nur zu dem Schluss kommen, irgendwas stimmt hier nicht. Das ist auch geil vom Textschluss. Irgendwas stimmt hier nicht. Und das Unheimliche ist, wir lernen nichts daraus. Der Erste Weltkrieg war an Grausamkeit nicht zu überbieten und kostete ca. 17 Millionen Menschen das Leben. Junge Männer und Familienväter, die Mütter sind hier scheißegal in dem Zusammenhang, sprangen aus den Schützengräben und erstachen andere junge Männer und Familienväter mit Bajonetten, wenn sie trotz Kugelhagel den gegnerischen Schützengraben erreichten. Ist ja Dieb hier, ist ja richtig Dieb. Nur 21 Jahre später ging es wieder los. Der Zweite Weltkrieg, den Zweiten Weltkrieg klammern wir aus. Nicht, weil ich Geschichtsrevisionist bin, aber weil ich das ein bisschen scheiße finde, in einem komödiantischen Zusammenhang darüber zu reden. Jedenfalls, was meine Aufmerksamkeit, hier lag so ein Bon drin. Hier lag, also keine Bon, aber sieht aus wie so ein Kassenbon. Und da steht unten ein Name drauf. Da steht drin, drauf, wer das in meinen Briefkasten reingeschmissen hat. Und auf dem Bon steht unter anderem drauf, also auf dem Kassenbon, Andere suchen Trost und Ruhe in der Zigarette oder härteren Drogen, im Wein trinken und anderen Ersatzkulten. Oh, die ultimative Impfung. Ich spring mal nach vorne im Text. Die ultimative Impfung. Ist eine solche Impfung möglich, die einen Austausch unseres menschlichen Wesens bewirkt? Die Informationsquelle bejaht es. Es gibt aber ein Problem. Der egozentrierte Mensch verstößt laufend gegen die gespannten Eigenschaften des neuen Wesens, also Liebe, Gerechtigkeit und Wahrhaftigkeit. In dem großen Lebensdatenspeicher, den jeder Mensch hat, sind diese Verstöße unter der Bezeichnung Schuld abgespeichert. Diese Schuld muss zuerst komplett bezahlt werden. Dann gibt es ein zweites Problem. Unsere Informationsquelle behauptet kategorisch, dass kein Mensch die Beseitigung seiner Schuld selbst bewerkstelligen kann. Etwa durch genaue Befolgung bestimmter Verhaltensvorschriften oder durch die Zugehörigkeit zu einer Institution. Der Grund ist folgender. So gewaltig wie die Schöpferkraft des Urhebers. Ich lege das mal zur Seite. Das sollte doch inspirierend sein. Warum ist denn das so? Gibt es einen Impfstoff gegen den Krieg? Nö. Lass doch einfach keine Arschlöcher sein. Das wäre so mein Rezept. Alter, das ist ja inspirierend. Soll ich doch noch weiter daraus vorlesen? Andere suchen Trost und Ruhe in der Zigarette oder härteren Drogen. Wie Wein trinken. Von wem ist das? Wer hat das? Wer steckt sowas in meinen Briefkasten? Alter, klingel. Das nächste Mal, wenn du sowas in meinen Briefkasten steckst, dann klingel vorher an und verwickel mich in ein Gespräch. Ich möchte mit den Leuten reden. Nö, möchte ich eigentlich nicht. Was ist das? Irgendwer hat dafür bezahlt. Das ist so eine Broschüre. Ich lenke jetzt nur davon ab, dass ich die Fotos nicht geschissen kriege, ne? Also ich muss einmal ganz durch, komplett durch. Vorne links, hinten rechts, von vorne und das Marine-Logo. Und dann muss ich ganz zurück im Südosten, da ist die Workstation. Ey, komm, das kriegen wir noch hin. Dafür, zur Belohnung, gibt es dann eine richtig geile Cutscene. Und dann ist die Tanker-Episode schon erledigt. Muss ich mir jetzt so einen Satire-Einblendung-Button basteln, um klarzustellen, dass ich natürlich auf satirische Art und Weise in dieser bestimmten Stimmlage aus dieser Kackbroschüre vorgelesen habe? Man kann das doch erkennen, oder? Wenn was ernst gemeint ist und wenn nicht. Ich bin zum Beispiel traurig, jetzt mal den krassen Unterschied. Ich bin traurig, dass ich Robocop Rogue City nicht auf Blu-ray bestellen kann. Die ist vergriffen, die ist ausverkauft. So, das war jetzt ernst gemeint. Wenn ich dann in so einer komischen Stimme aus einem Prospekt vorlese, den irgend so ein Pampelmann in meinen Briefkasten geschmissen hat, dann ist das nicht ernst gemeint. Bis zur nächsten Cutscene und noch viel weiter. Das muss man auch mal dazu sagen. Also wenn ich mich doch über... ach komm, das braucht man gar nicht. Das braucht man... Wenn man es erklären muss, ist es scheiße. Entweder das wird verstanden oder es wird falsch verstanden. Wahrscheinlich passiert beides. Oh, es geht schon los. Disney ist schuld.
Distribution system identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out massive fire. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age.
Sind das jetzt 4 Fotos? Ich habe nicht mitgezählt.
George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of metal.
Hat der jetzt die Fotos nicht gespeichert, oder was?
But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up costed his influence in the political community. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capabilities. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces.
Das ist so unfassbar peinlich. Also ich gehe jetzt einmal kurz aufs Klo.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Ich gebe meiner reichhaltig gefüllten Blase die Schuld. Und ich lese, bevor ich aufs Klo gehe, nochmal aus dieser Broschüre vor. Weil da steht die Wahrheit drin und nichts als die Wahrheit. Das ist kein, der will kein Geld oder so, der will einfach nur die Wahrheit verbreiten. Ist das was Christliches? Nee, das ist, glaube ich, so eine Art von Sekte, wa? Erstaunlicherweise ist es bislang noch keiner Philosophie, keiner Ideologie oder Religion gelungen. Und doch, es gibt eine einzigartige Informationsquelle auf diesem Planeten, die genau das besagt. Sie lehrt uns, wenn in dir nicht ein neues geboren Wesen ist, kannst du das Leben, wie es sein sollte, nicht erfahren. Oder an anderer Stelle, da hilft kein religiöses Verhalten, sondern nur ein neues Wesen. Und ich will, dass ein steinerner Wesen, ja was denn jetzt, aus eurem Fleisch wegnehmen und euch ein Fleischer, was ist denn das für ein Bullshit? Ich will mein Wesen in euch geben und dadurch solche Leute aus euch machen, die meine Gebote, Liebe und Gerechtigkeit und Wahrhaftigkeit halten können. Das wäre, ja, die wesensbasierte Impfung. Aber wer spricht da? Die Antwort ist naheliegend. Auch wenn es für den einen oder anderen ungewohnt sein mag. Nur der Hersteller des Menschen kann das Wesen eines Menschen auswechseln. Genau das behauptet diese Informationsquelle. Sie ist die Information des Herstellers, des Wesens, des Menschen, des Schöpfers und des Universums. Das ist ja fantastisch. Der ultimative Impfstoff. Das ist ja, hier kann ich was bestellen. Das schneide ich mal aus. Ich habe keine Schere. Habe ich eine Schere? Ich bestelle kostenlos. Fragen, die immer wieder gestellt werden. Taschenbuch, 192 Seiten. Bibelkurs Alpha. Alpha und Omega. Und die Bibel, fester Einband. Das kann ich alles kostenlos bestellen? Ich kriege eine Bibel für umsonst? Das ist ja geil. Da brauche ich bloß den Gutschein aus. Ach, scheiße, die wollen meine Adresse. Oh. Ich gehe mal kurz pissen und dann erledigen wir hier diesen unschönen Vorgang. Ich gehe natürlich Pipi machen, ich gehe nicht pissen. Bibel, Bibel, Bibel. Ich stehe zu dir in gute Bibel, schlechte Bibel. Religion ist schuld an viele Kriege. Gute Bibel, schlechte Bibel, böse Religion. Muss man den Song raussuchen? Warte mal, das mache ich auch. Wie heißt das? Gute Bibel, böse Bibel. Wo ist es denn? Merkt man, dass ich angezwitschert bin? Nee, ne? Aber die Stimmung kippt nicht. Die Stimmung kippt nicht. Die Stimmung ist stabil. Heute kippt die Stimmung nicht. Wo ist der? Wo ist der? Wo ist der? Gute Bibel, böse Bibel. Schlechte Bibel. Oh, schlecht, aber nicht mit V schreiben, ne? Gute Bibel, böse Bibel. Ach, das ist mir so blöd. Komm, wir kümmern uns um Metal Gear, das ist viel wichtiger. Da können wir die Welt retten. Ohne Bibel! Ohne Bibel, das geht. Einfach kein Arschloch sein. Das ist schon das ganze Rezept. Mehr brauchst du gar nicht wissen. Also, von links. Schnipp, schnapp. Von vorne.
It is the ultimate weapon.
Dödelöd.
It is yours to guard. It might be all to think about.
Das sind zwei. Einmal von der anderen Seite.
This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray. After the great Bibel, our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manhatten. With this latest Metal
Und das Marine Corps Logo.
as we never have before.
Nee, Navy. Wir sprechen über die... Sind das jetzt Marines oder ist das Navy-Kram hier? Ich weiß es nicht. Vergessen. Nee, es sind Marines. Marines. So, fertig, zack, Ende. Plenty of Zeit. Können wir hier nicht speichern, damit ich das nicht nochmal machen muss?
Oh, you need to save? Just a second.
Ja, please, please. Let me save. Bei dir. Und ich meine jetzt nicht das Wild, sondern ich meine das als, ich hab ihn lieb.
Acquaintances agree, friends argue. That's a straightforward one. The better friends you are, the more openly you can disagree with each other. So feel free to present a counterpoint if you don't agree with what I'm saying. Argue away.
Sure, all right.
Not a promising start. Okay, forget what I said. Just go along with my advice.
Das war doch gerade richtig deep. Warum ist er da zurückgerudert? Mit Freunden kann man streiten. So ist es vorgesehen. Vom Herrgott, dem Schöpfer. Ah, ich muss aufhören, diese Flüssigkeit zu... Ah, jetzt höre ich aber nicht mehr auf. Ich habe jetzt heute gesehen bei Justus Nero Kuchen TV hat irgendwem die Pokémon-Karten geklaut. Oder habe ich bloß wieder die Überschrift gelesen? Ich gehe mal hier rum. Komm, Ottercon, einmal speichern. Hilf, Ottercon, wenn es einmal wichtig war zu speichern, dann jetzt.
Time to save?
Ja. Wieso klaut Kuchen TV 6-Jährigen die Pokémon-Karten? Fragen bei Justus Nero in die Kommentarsektion reinschreiben.
Do you know the saying, one forgets the hurt once the wound is healed? And that, of course, means, where'd I put that piece of paper?
Did you say something?
No, nothing. Forgetting the pain when the wound's healed means, that you have to get better fast. Yeah, that's it. So stock up on those rations and bandages.
Is that really all it means?
Hey, I'm the expert here.
Aha. Ja, absolut. Okay, lass mal durchsneaken hier, like a pro. Nein! Oh Gott, wie so ein Vollidiot! Hoffentlich hat der gespeichert.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Ich würde mich ja da durchmähen mit meiner Pistole. Aber das darf ich nicht, weil das upstanding American Marines sind. Und die dürfen natürlich... Ich muss das alles nochmal machen. Ist das bescheuert.
Identifies targets.
Schnipp!
Unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's.
Jetzt vielleicht mal wieder zurück aufs Spiel kommen und nicht so viel Quatsch labern. Let's do this auf die methodische Art und Weise. Was hat er gesagt? Südosten, ne? Wo ist denn die Workstation?
The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost him his influence in the political community. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Right. Front. Right. Left. To move on, the Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. And it is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government.
Why are you turning around? Metal Gear is in the farthest hold, I told you. The Commandant is almost done with his speech. We're just about out of time.
Alter, ich hab doch die Fotos schon gemacht. Wo ist die Workstation? Verdammt nochmal.
In the military, seeking to control national affairs to suit its own interests. Metal Gear Ray bears the burden of confronting this party, thwarting their plans and guiding this nation back to its original path. This exercise is but a first step towards that goal. The future of the country.
Oh, lecco mio. Ich glaube, ich muss erstmal gucken, wo die Workstation ist. Das bringt ja gar nichts hier. Ich habe doch die Fotos gemacht. Alle 4.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Ich will diese Cutscene noch sehen, verdammt nochmal. Außerdem werden die geistigen Getränke hier langsam knapp. Verdammt nochmal. Das ist ja alles unangenehm. Steht in der Broschüre noch irgendwas Sinnvolles drin? Hier steht was Sinnvolles drin. Wie kann nun die Beseitigung der Schuld geschehen? Im Prinzip bleibt nur einer übrig, der das bewerkstelligen kann. Der Schöpfer selbst. Und genau da ist die zentrale Aussage dieser Informationsquelle. Der Bibel. Er tut es. Wie er es tut, ist logisch nachvollziehbar. Der Schöpfer... Oh, ich bin zu laut, oder? Ich bin zu laut. Der Schöpfer musste es dort tun, wo die Schuld aufgefallen ist. Nicht auf der Ebene von Engeln oder Tieren, sondern auf der Ebene von Menschen. Und das heißt, in einem Menschen, der die Schuld der Menschen stellvertretend bezahlt. Sie wissen es. Das ist vor 2000 Jahren geschehen. In Bibis Beauty Stream. Nee, ist natürlich Jesus Christus. Merkt man, dass ich Atheist bin? Nee, ne? Wie mache ich denn das jetzt? Wie soll ich denn das jetzt machen? Das finde ich ein bisschen kacke hier. Ich komme nicht weiter. Aber Jesus, nee, Bibi wird mir. Forget Jesus Christ. Bibi is on my side. Wer ist Bibi überhaupt?
System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out of massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manhatten. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manhatten. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development.
Good.
It cannot be more different in nature from the Navy.
Snake, you're not going to be able to climb back up that thing. You should forget about going up to that level.
Jetzt mal ohne Scheiß und unter uns, ich verstehe nicht, wo die Workstation ist. Wo ist die Workstation? Südosten. Dann müsste ich ja zurück. Aber ich habe das so in Erinnerung, dass die da links oben ist. Ah.
Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost him his influence in the political community. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left. Front. Right. Left.
Otacon, wo ist die Workstation?
Why are you turning around? Metal Gear is in the farthest hold, I told you.
Ich hab doch alle Fotos gemacht.
Done with his speech. We're just about out of time. Hurry!
Lecco mio.
The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a...
Oh. Ich habe gerade keine Freude. Können wir jetzt nicht mit der Cutscene nach draußen gehen?
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Die Stimmung kippt. Ich lese noch was aus der Broschüre vor. Am besten aus dem Mittelteil. Ah, guck mal, hier wird konservativ und liberal erklärt. Das mache ich mal eben. Das ist ja schlau. Das ist ja clever. Gut, dass mir das mal einer erklärt. Im Konservatismus geht es um das Festhalten an überlieferten Werten und Vorstellungen. Neue Entwicklungen werden eher kritisch betrachtet. Im Konservatismus wird ein Verhalten gefordert, das von gesellschaftlichen Traditionen, Überzeugungen und Führungspersönlichkeiten bestimmt ist. Der Liberalismus strebt dagegen eine freiheitlich, wirtschaftlich, politische und soziale Ordnung an. Er steht für Selbstbestimmung, woraus sich die Verhaltensvorstellungen der modernen Demokratie mitsamt der... Was? Scheiß drauf. Aus diesem Scheißdreck hier lese ich nichts mehr vor. Alter, wer schmeißt mir so eine Scheiße? Das steht hier drauf auf dem Bon, auf dem Kassenbon. Der ist falsch rum. Wer hat mir das reingeschmissen hier? Was sind Mennoniten? Ohne Scheiß. Ey, nächstes Mal klingel bei mir an, dann schmeiß mir nicht so eine Scheiße in den Briefkasten. Klingel bei mir an und such das Gespräch und dann erkläre ich dir, warum Religion scheiße ist. Und warum Religion verantwortlich ist für die meisten Kriege, die auf dieser Welt geführt werden. Religion ist leider scheiße. Und wird missbraucht.
It's onboard joint tactical information.
So, nochmal mit Gefühl. Ein letztes Mal. Ich bin sofort soweit. Wird dir jetzt langsam peinlich, oder?
Distribution system identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means.
Good.
This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation.
Good.
Snake, you're not going to be able to climb back up that thing. You should forget about going up to that level.
Hell ist nicht hilfreich. Wo ist die Workstation? Weißt du was? Das wird mir zu bunt. Das wird mir zu bunt. Ich google jetzt einmal. Ich guck nach, wo die Workstation ist. Wo ist die fucking Workstation? Ja, das hilft ja überhaupt nicht weiter. Ja, Lecco Mio, da muss ich die selber finden. Otacon, sag mir doch einfach, wo die Workstation ist.
Okay, we're finally there.
So, this is the new Metal Gear.
Yep, and we're gonna show the whole world its baby pictures. Get the prototype on camera. We need 4 images. One from the front right, the front, and the front left, and a close-up of the Marines marking on the prototype. Once you have the photos, use the workstation in the southeast end of the area to transmit them over to me. Send me something I can use.
Südöstlich, also ich muss zurück. Ich muss wirklich zurück.
I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of... But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up costing his influence in the political community. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left. It is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government and within the military, seeking to control national affairs to suit its own interests. Metal Gear Ray bears the burden of confronting this party, thwarting their plans and guiding this nation back to its original path. This exercise is but a first step towards that goal. The future of the country rests with you tonight. Proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century, and we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility. This Metal Gear Ray is a prototype designed to be operated by an onboard pilot. In its final form, Ray will be unmanned, driven by tele-existence and an autonomous control system. The importance of next-generation technology such as C4ISR and RMA in battle situation has been discussed time and again, but Ray is the first to deploy it so fully. With Ray's completion, the Marine Corps will lead the way for a new age of military tactics. The brain drain of nuclear specialists and the black market trade in weapons...
Ah, leck mich!
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Ich gucke jetzt nach. Wo ist die Workstation? Wo ist die Workstation? Das muss doch, ich krieg das. Das gibt's doch gar nicht. Ich brauche einen Hint. Taking the Photos, ja, das habe ich schon gemacht. Wo ist die Workstation? Alter! Oh, jetzt muss ich bei IGN nachgucken. Alter, diese Demütigung nimmt kein Ende. Once you have your four photos, head back to the right side of the room using the walkway underneath the Marines Commander's platform and activate the workstation. Near the door, Das ist im selben Raum? Ich habe das die ganze Zeit falsch... Oh, ist das peinlich. Das schneiden wir raus. Das ist peinlich. Egal, jetzt weiß ich, was zu machen ist. Wir beenden also den heutigen Abend mit einer richtig geilen Cutscene. So.
Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means.
Ist das peinlich?
This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before.
Good.
Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature. There's the program to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost him his influence in the political community. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a It is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government and within the military, seeking to control national affairs to suit its own interests. Metal Gear Ray bears the burden of confronting this party, thwarting their plans and guiding this nation back to its original path. This exercise is but a first step towards that goal. The future of the country rests with you tonight. The proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century, and we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility. This Metal Gear Ray is a prototype designed to be operated by an onboard pilot. In its final form, Ray will be unmanned, driven by tele-existence and an autonomous control system. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Right. Front.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Die Stimmung wird besser.
Its onboard joint tactical information distribution system identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age.
Ups, Entschuldigung.
George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up costed his influence in the political community. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. We will bear that in mind. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Right. Front. Right. Left.
Why are you turning around? Metal Gear is in the farthest hold, I told you. The Commandant is almost done with his speech. We're just about out of time. Hurry!
Ja, danke, das war hilfreich.
Up. Right. Up. To move on, it is an undeniable fact that there is a force at work in our government and within the military, seeking to control national affairs to suit its own interests. Metal Gear Ray bears the first...
Oh, leck mich! Ich glaube, der IGN-Tipp ist scheiße. Ich glaube, ich muss anders vorgehen. Ich brauche hier ein wesentlich subtileres Vorgehen.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Ja.
It's onboard joint tactical...
Es ist jetzt schon richtig unangenehm. Und es wird nur noch unangenehmer.
Identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before.
Oh.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Das gibt's doch gar nicht. Lassen im Alter die Reflexe und die Intelligenz nach. Das ist ja unfassbar.
System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the
Good.
fire of nuclear proliferation. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include...
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Auch wenn es unangenehm ist, ich mache das so lange, bis ich höre nicht auf. Ich höre nicht auf, bis diese Tanker-Episode abgeschlossen ist. Alter Schwede, wie sollen das im Hauptspiel erst werden, wenn ich hier nicht durchkomme? Das ist doch völlig absurd! Steht in der Broschüre irgendwas Hilfreiches drin? Irgendwelche Bibelverse? Ich lese das mal so vor, wie es hier steht, ne? Jesus ist für die Glaubige der Weg, zu seinem himmlischen Vater und der Heilige Geist ist heute Tröster, Beistand, Helfer und Lehrer an seiner Stelle. Jesus spricht. Ja, fantastisch. Geil. Da kannst du im Prinzip, mache ich jetzt mal wirklich, wie komme ich denn da durch? Jesus wird mir hier nicht helfen an der Stelle. Skill, ich brauche ein bisschen Skill. Und ich muss, weißt du was? Neuer Plan, neuer Plan. Ich gucke erstmal, wo die Workstation ist. Dann ist das schon mal Wo ist die Workstation? Ich muss erstmal wissen, wo ich hin muss. Das geht vielen so im Leben. Erstmal wissen, wo man hin muss. Wo muss ich hin? Wo ist die fucking Workstation?
Identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal...
Oh, das wird ja immer besser.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Its onboard joint tactical information distribution system identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after the great Manta Ray. Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the Manta. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads. But even you will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up costed his influence in the political community. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind.
Ach, leck mich, jetzt habe ich auch keinen Bock mehr.
Stop kidding around. Snake? Snake!
Weitermachen. Hier wird nicht aufgehört, bis die Tanker-Episode durchgezockt ist. Verdammt nochmal!
Information distribution system identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out.
Ist das die Workstation?
It is the
Leck mich fett! Fuck! Der IGN-Tipp war falsch. Das ist voll der Bullshit. Die haben mich in die Irre geführt. Die haben mich in die... Hier ist doch die Workstation. Verdammte Kacke. Ja, leck mich fett. Jetzt haben wir's. Jetzt haben wir's. Jetzt haben wir's.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first image is... This is great! The Marines lettering shows up really well. The next image is... Oh, this is,
What?
Nothing. It's nothing. But this isn't a photo of Metal Gear anyway. Sorry, but you're gonna have to go back and shoot another set. I'll just make a backup of this one. Okay, what am I seeing now? I'm sorry. You need to take another one. Next up is... It needs to be a little more clear. What we need is top-notch quality here. And the next one is... We only need one good shot of the lettering. So, what's the last one gonna be? You already took a good one of the side lettering. We're good on the image of the lettering. 3 left to go. 1 each from the front right, front left, and the front of Metal Gear.
Ultimate weapon.
They played me like a fiddle.
It is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. This new model of Metal Gear is codenamed Ray, after...
Lecco mio. Lecco mio.
Our Ray has a sting that nature never gave the man. With this latest Metal Gear, we can rule the sea and land as we never have before. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not...
Das ist mir jetzt auch wirklich ein bisschen unangenehm, aber alter Schwede, die, na gut, am besten nicht drüber reden.
Of course include the development of Metal Gear Rex and Next Generation.
Looks like I have your photos now. Let's take a look. The first image is... Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag. The next one's... Okay, this works. It's a great front view. Okay, last one's coming up. You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot. Okay, now we have all the photos. Snake, the speech is about to wind up. Forget the photos and get out of there now.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the...
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do, steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Karlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Karlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program. Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid! The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's arm.
Have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
Proceeding as planned, sir. Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Geile Scheiße, ich habe Gänsehaut bis ins Gehirn. Es ist jetzt natürlich ein bisschen peinlich, dass ich so lange gebraucht habe, um die Workstation zu finden. Aber alter Schwede, ist das geil. Und wir kratzen bloß an der Oberfläche. Die Großartigkeit dieser Geschichte, dieser Story, wird später erst richtig klar. Alter Schwede. Das Spiel war seiner Zeit voraus. Wir speichern selbstverständlich, sonst muss ich den ganzen Käse nochmal machen. Geil. Jetzt fängt Dark Souls erst richtig an.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEALs Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the big shell under complete control.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant's struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
You could probably get in down there if you crawl. If you hide well, you can probably escape when being pursued by the enemy. Whenever you crawl into a narrow space, the camera will automatically switch to intrusion view.
Push the left stick up to move forward, down to move back. Push left and right to turn in those directions.
Keep an eye on the enemy and proceed undercover at all times. You absolutely cannot afford to be spotted. Unlike in VR training, you can use your gun from intrusion view in the field. Keep that in mind.
Sorry, da musste ich mich erstmal neu sortieren. Der Plan war eigentlich, ich höre auf, wenn wir auf der Big Shell ankommen, aber leider habe ich jetzt zu viel Bock auf das Spiel. Ich höre nicht auf. Ich mache noch ein bisschen weiter. Wir haben ein Fernglas und na gut, können wir alles nicht gebrauchen. So, lass mal hier Sachen machen. Na, Raiden, nicht flexen, nicht flexen. Hier ist ja nix. Und ich muss das auch mal sagen an der Stelle, also viele mögen Raiden nicht. Also hartgesottene Metal Gear Fans ärgern sich darüber, dass man hauptsächlich Raiden spielt. Ich finde Raiden eigentlich ganz cool. Vor allen Dingen, der hat eine sehr ausgearbeitete Hintergrundgeschichte. Aber da kommen wir später zu. Raiden. Weiter. Mhm.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gorlukovich man.
Gorlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They've become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high. Should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Als Flat fühlt sich vertraut an. Nein! Ab jetzt fängt die Genialität an. Oh, das könnte peinlich werden. Wir machen mal James und Gelaber, oder? James und Gelaber. Keine persönlichen Informationen preisgeben. Niemals. James, das passt gar nicht. Dann halt einfach nur James. James. Geburtstag. Jetzt gebe ich natürlich nicht meinen echten ein. Ich sag mal, ich muss das ja verfälschen, ne? Ich sag mal, James. Kommen wir nehmen Dezember. Gibt's Dezember nicht? Am 24. Nee, Moment. Keine persönlichen Informationen preisgeben. Kann ich das nicht ändern? Ich komme ja gar nicht aus Germany. Ghana? Nee. Greece? Nee. Granada? Guatemala? Guinea? Ach komm, Germany. Ein bisschen Spaß muss sein. Hä?
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well. I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
I'm under enemy fire! Secure the perimeter! Stay on the lookout. Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Raiden, the elevator is there. Get on quickly and get to the upper part of the big shell. You've acquired some ration. Good. This is a portable field food source that can be consumed to recover life. Select the ration in your window and push the Enter button. You can use it on the spot and regain some life. If you have it selected, you can automatically consume the ration the moment your life runs out and avoid death. Rations not only provide nutrition, they also stimulate the immune system and lessen psychological stress.
Not exactly gourmet, though, is it?
Stop complaining, Raiden.
Hang in there, Jack. When the mission is over, I'll make you my specialty.
Yeah, right.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. Can't wait.
Return to your positions. Tighten security. Stay on the lookout.
Who's there? Who is there? It's the enemy. I need help.
Cannot spare any backup. To the target without additional assistance.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the President?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Ja, aber das machen wir morgen, ne? Jetzt bin ich müde. Müde und ausgepowert. Was hat Rose noch zu sagen? Rose, meine Rose.
What's up, Jack?
Einmal lecker speichern.
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
That again. I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
Mein Tipp, wer das Spiel noch nicht kennt, und meine Güte, es ist über 10 Jahre alt. Mein Tipp, Notizen machen. Jedes bisschen, was man hier bekommt an Dialog, ist wichtig für das Ende und das Gesamtbild. Ich würde es an der Stelle beenden. Ich bedanke mich bei allen, die zugeschaut haben. Morgen mache ich nochmal weiter mit Metal Gear Solid 2. Da habe ich jetzt Bock drauf. Und die Tanker-Episode, die vergessen wir. Das hat ja richtig lange gedauert. Tschüss!